Well, hello everybody, and welcome to the economy version of the Happy Travellers vlog.
That's right, yes.
So you'll probably know that we're always on a bit of a limited budget, and we're always trying desperately to be careful with what we spend and so on. Might not seem like it sometimes, but we are always.
Well, I think we've woken up a little bit, and you do suddenly. We thought, oh my God, because we just felt that money perhaps we weren't thinking about the final amount of money in the supermarket and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Because it's extra work when you've got to keep comparing prices and how much is this, and especially as we're in a different country. And
well, I don't know what it is. There's something about saying euros that makes it feel less.
Yeah.
I don't know, if I say 20 euros, it doesn't sound as much as saying £20.
No, it doesn't.
£20 feels like 4 times as much as 20 euros. I don't know what it is. It's not. It's only, I mean, at the moment, exchange rate this morning on the radio was 1.14.
Yeah, my
so
God, that's
114
euros
to the pound. So that's the best it's been for like months. It's been down at 111. It's always about there. So so there's no real difference between pounds and euros. Not really. 10%. So anyway,
I think
so
the other.
We've been keeping. Well,
That's right.
Wendy's been keeping
the
a
record,
book, haven't you?
And it's woke me up as to how much actually we are spending, and I'm thinking we could do better.
Yeah. So a good while ago, like years ago, Wendy read a book called A Year Without Spending. Now that we tried that. We tried to do a year without spending. Obviously, you need to buy food and drink and toiletries, but no new possessions. So we're sort of already in that type of mindset where we can do this sort of stuff, but we're trying to, over the next few months, just gradually reduce our daily expenditure. Now, over the past 2 months, isn't it? So December, January.
Yes, since we've been
on general living.
Yeah, yes, just like I suppose you could call it housekeeping. That just means if you're going out for a meal, or you just pick up a packet of socks, or you just have all your food and
clothes, toiletries,
and a drink. We go out for a drink. That's included coffee. We'll go out for coffee. Yeah, those things that are not. All those things that come under that are not. It's not like
not luxury items.
No, and it's not petrol, or it's not things like that we don't put under it.
So it's not van maintenance, it's not travel expenses.
They're all separate,
So it's food and drink.
Everyday living.
Yeah, food and drink, clothes and toiletries. So everyday living stuff. And what we found over the last 2 months is that we're spending, on average, 15 euros a day between us, not each. So €7.5 each a day on average over the last 2 months, which I think is not too bad when you sort of total that up. But so that's 15 euros a day is our sort of budget, if you like. But we've set ourselves a little bit of a stretch target, as those people in business might call it. A stretch target would be to stretch yourself to do better. So we've set that stretch target at 13 euros a day on average. And how are we doing so far?
We're on track, and I know we can do it. I know we can do it. Yes.
And that's because it's Sunday tomorrow, and we know tomorrow will be a relaxed day. We won't spend any money. We're not going to the pub. We're not going shopping. The shops are shut.
Yep.
So there'll be zero spend tomorrow.
Yes.
So we've taken the first 3 days,
Yes.
and I think we're about €2 in credit for the first 3 days.
Yep.
At 13, aren't we?
Yep, we are. We can't spend anything. Only €2 tomorrow if we wanted to. So that's it. But we won't spend anything tomorrow. All the shops are shut.
Yeah.
In Spain.
Yeah.
Apart from the Chinese supermarkets, they stay open.
And we're not going there.
No.
So we'll probably go out for a walk or something. Have a bit of relax, maybe.
Do maintenance, van maintenance, and clearing out.
Sorry.
Yeah, and do clearing out. We're seriously thinking we've got this Keurig coffee maker, and that's a great expense to buy those pods. So we're seriously thinking about maybe not using that anymore.
A cup of coffee, although it is gorgeous, is 50 pence, 60 pence for a cup of coffee from the Keurig coffee maker. So an Americano is 50 odd pence out of the
or a hot chocolate.
Keurig. Or a hot chocolate, that's the same money. But the coffee's gorgeous.
Yeah.
The hot chocolate is to die for. It really is lovely. I bought a whole batch of it before we set off. So I bought loads.
Well, YouTube made me want one of those because I watching people in America and they've all got a Keurig and they look so lovely and they always raving about them. So I did. See, didn't I?
Well, here's
I
the
shouldn't
thing.
have done it. Shouldn't have done it. No.
Well, Wendy said, I'd really want one of those. So I looked them up and there was a special offer from the stateside coffee company. So I just ordered it as a bit of a nice surprise for Wendy. She didn't know I'd ordered it. And then when it arrived, she said, "What have you bought that for?"
I didn't expect you to.
I said,
I didn't.
So it was a bit of a, maybe we shouldn't have bought it.
No, we shouldn't.
It's really designed for an American home, which we don't have.
It's lovely though. It's quite big and it's heavy, and we can't.
And
you can't run it on a inverter, can you?
No, because the 1500 watt inverter isn't man enough for the 2200 watt coffee maker. So that's 2200 watts continuous while it's making a cup of coffee. So there you are. So that's
one thing.
That's where we're at. We are. So it's the 2nd of February today. 1st of February yesterday. We spent a bit of money yesterday. Spent a little bit of money today, and nothing tomorrow. But I think what we're going to do is just keep you updated as to how we're doing with that budget. And what I'd be interested to know is because €15 a day standard budget. That's about. Maybe that's £13. Maybe that's £13. Can you live on £13 a day for food, toiletries and clothes? Because that's what we're trying to do.
We're trying to do it, and it's not just for February. We're hoping to carry this on.
So,
but it might be impossible. I mean, we don't know. We're going to try.
Looking at the whole year, that would mean our general living expenses would be about 5,500 or less. I think it's a good target to aim for because we can be more frugal when we want to be.
I tell you one thing, it takes longer to shop because you have to study the prices and the weight of products. That takes me a long time.
Luckily, we've got the time.
Yes, we have got the time.
And I'm going to have to get used to sitting outside the shop more often with Pippin. Because for sure, I won't be going in because the bill goes that way.
Yeah, I went on my own today, didn't I?
If I go in, yeah. Wendy went on her own today because there was a €7 budget for today's little bit of shopping to last us over the next couple of days, and she came back with two little bags of shopping, and I said, "Oh, you must have spent loads." She said, "No, just over €5."
Yeah.
So that's why we've got €2 to spend tomorrow.
Oh dear.
So it's it's a great thing to do, to set yourself that budget and to not go over it, because we haven't ever been like that. We haven't really ever been on really tight budgets in the last 10, 15 years, have we? Not really.
No,
not really.
No, we haven't.
So, and we've always been, there are times over that 10 or 15 years we have been quite spendy, but there have been times when we've been, quite frugal, and having to cut back a little bit.
When I did the year without spending, I found it hard. You couldn't buy a book or a newspaper or any items of clothing or anything for the house. It was quite a challenge, and I used to love getting free newspapers. Because I really enjoyed that, picking up free newspapers. At that time,
I would go on the train to London to work. So I'd set off from Brighton, go on the train to London, and on the way back every evening there would be newspapers. Obviously, the Metro, Evening Standard, sometimes the Times newspapers, and I would go down the carriage like a newspaper collector or a train cleaner, collecting up the newspapers. I'd come back with 3 or 4 newspapers.
Yeah, you did. That's
and
good.
Wendy would spend the next day or two reading through those.
I don't know why now I don't want newspapers now. Isn't that funny? And I never want. Occasionally I like a magazine.
I think, as we all know, they're all full of crap. I haven't read a newspaper for 20 years.
I mean, if I'm there and I saw the newspaper, I'd pick it up and I'd love it. Like the Sunday newspapers, I'd love to read it, but no.
So there you go.
That's it anyway.
So that's where we're at with our new budget regime. €15 a day budget, stretch target €13 or less. That's what we're going to try and aim for.
Yes.
But what can you do?
Yeah, I know.
Tell us what you spend. Maybe you don't know. Maybe you'll have to calculate it. But
I don't really know.
give us a clue in the comments below.
Because all our family have got children and that, and I'm not really sure.
Hard,
It's different if you've got children.
It's hard if you've got kids.
But it's just us and Pippin.
If you're just a couple by yourselves, then it's much easier to budget.
Yeah. Yes, it is. Oh, yes.
Anyway,
So,
that's it for today. So if you've enjoyed our little economy version of the vlog, give us a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe if you want to keep following our adventures as we travel around the UK and Europe, living full time in our motorhome. We're going to see you again tomorrow. Thanks for watching.
Yes.
Bye-bye
Thank
for
you,
now.
everyone. Bye. Thank you.